Game number 2, guys. On Deadwing, spawning in the top left. Playing for Team Dignitas, it is Tefel, the Zerg player in the green. And his opponent playing for Team Red Bloods, Lillekanin, the Terran player in the blue in the bottom left. So, vertical spawn positions over here. Tefel once more. Probably going to open with pool first, just to be safe against any kind of pressure. But I wouldn't put it past him to do something like a 3 hatch before pool. This could have been one of the reasons that he chose this map, and it looks like Lillekanin, is he actually... Last time around he did go for a command center before anything, I think. Yeah, and he is retreating that SCV. Already queuing up one more, so definitely going for a command center first build, I guess. Yeah, otherwise he would already have been building the barracks, which Tefel, again, 14 pool, very safe build. Going to go for a 16 hatchery and 16 gas. Probably, or 15 gas. Lillekanin getting his command center before anything else. So again, Lillekanin setting himself up for a longer game with a more robust economy. He's going to try to hold on to his 4 bases and put a planetary fortress down here, a line of siege tanks behind that, missile turrets, a wall over here with siege tanks as well, and that's going to make these 4 bases pretty much impregnable. You're not going to be able to bust that as a Zerg player. It's not like your Protoss who has immortals. Tefel finding his opponent, going to see the timing of the barracks, and he's going to be like, oh, right, so you went for a command center first. All right, cool. Let me take a quick third hatch unopposed. Is he going to, though? That is the question. I mean, versus a command center first, you could try to do something like a Roach Baneling all-in, which is very difficult to stop, and it's very difficult to stop, actually. If you don't see it coming, and if you don't have Banshees, it's almost impossible. So Tefel still could very well do something like that. If he takes his gases, double gases at 5-minute mark, he'll still be able to have enough drones to power that 2-base all-in. Let's see. Or, you know, he could take a 3rd base and just play normal from this point on. Factory on its way. Tefel not taking gases so far, just droning, so likely he's going to be taking that 3rd base. And indeed he is. And he'll be taking his gases only afterwards. This will give him a lot of drones, mind you. But with the Hellions soon to start coming out of that factory, I'm not entirely sure how well he'll be able to defend the run-bys. This is a wide open choke, not being walled in with anything so far. Tefel taking only 1 gas. There's the 2nd one. So I'm not going to be increasing his gas income too quickly. Wants to... You can kind of see like he wants to drone up very quickly and very heavily. In the meantime, Lillekanin preparing for his first push and preparing for taking his 3rd base as well. He's going to have a couple of Hellions and then a lot of Hellions, and then he'll move on into tanks, because he's going to have a tech lab here being added on to this factory. So Tefel, in the meantime, has he produced any more queens? He's got 4 queens to his name, so 3 for larva injects, 1 for creep spread. He does have the block over here with double EO chambers and a roach warren. Interestingly enough, he's getting +1 melee upgrades instead of +1 missile upgrades. And he does have a roach warren. Will produce a couple of roaches. Already getting a lair. This is interesting. And he's on 4 gases already. It almost looks like he wants to go quickly into a Spire. There's the Carapace upgrade as well, so he's definitely going to be playing... At least it looks like to me that he's going to be playing Ling Bling Muta. Lillekanin with his move outs. Notice how he moves out just about when he's landing his third base, which means the move out is pretty much designed to check on your opponent, poke a little bit, and make taking the third base very safe. So this is a quick lair, and not by the timing, but quick because it's finished before the 1-1 upgrade's finished. So I wonder what Lillekanin, what Tefel wants to be doing with this lair. It's of great interest to me. We also have no Baneling Nest. Oh, as I say it, Baneling Nest does go down, but no additional lair tech. Only just now the link speed has started. 12 links in production just to defend versus these Hellions. Armory, luckily not yet down for Lillekanin, so this is going to be so painful. Oh, a lot of drones are going to go down. Nice splits from Tefel, but even then he lost seven of his workers. Still no lair tech. Fourth hatchery going down. Does Lillekanin know about that? No, he does not. But I imagine he has to suspect that a fourth would be on the way. There's the Spire, a little bit later than I thought it would go down, but Tefel going to be playing, oh wow, scratch that. Fast infestation pit, really fast. And more drones. So he's going to drone up the fourth base. But beyond that, what his plans are remains to be seen. He definitely wants to go quickly into hive tech. But if he wants to be having lings on the ground, he has to get 3/3 upgrades pretty damn quickly if he wants to make this work, because as time goes by, Lillekanin's army is going to get absurdly strong. The army supply so far is at 33, but 5 tanks and 7 Hellions, and more factories being added on, double armories upgrading everything. There's the hive, there's the 2-2 on the way as well. So maybe Tefel wants to go for a quick timing over here to try and surprise his opponent with a well upgraded army with a good composition. Those blinding clouds, they can do a number in a battle. If you can land those on a cluster of tanks, that means that your links can get pretty damn close. Infestors being made, which means this will probably not result in Mutalisks being made. The Spire is finished. I wonder if Tefel is going to commit to Mutas. I think he's not, but who knows. Anything could happen. Wow, Tefel actually... Oh, this could be a mistake. Tefel did not get pathogen glands from the infestation pit, and he's already building infestors. They're not gonna have enough energy for a wait. Oh, these have been up. Yeah, the newly hatched infestors, they don't have enough energy for a fungal. This could be labeled definitely as a mistake. All right, fast, greater Spire. So Tefel is going to try and abuse the fact that Lillekanin is playing pretty factory heavy with later starports. And this'll... If Lillekanin starts adding on like tech labs on those starports, he's not gonna know for a while that the greater Spire is already there. If Tefel hides those corruptors well, then Lillekanin might be in some trouble, because he won't be getting any Vikings. But no, he's not adding on the tech labs prematurely. He's getting Vikings. He sees the Corruptors as well, so no surprise for him. Going to check for this base. That's a good point of harassment in the future. He'll be sending units over there. Fifth command center on the way, and he's just about to take his 4th base. And as I said, a line of siege tanks over here, backed up by Thor's missile turrets. Ravens will join the fight later on. Tefel, I don't know, he's stacking very quickly, or he teched very quickly. He's got 7 Broodlords on the way. I don't know if this will be enough. If he spreads them well enough and can keep the Vikings off their backs with these Corruptors and Queens, this may actually work out. Because, you know, Swarm Hosts, they have a tough time breaking these entrenched positions, but Broodlords, they rain fire directly at the tanks, so you can actually start taking those out. A couple of roaches will solve this problem. No issue at all. And here we go! Infestor's fungling a lot of those Vikings. Those will die off, and the Broodlords are laying siege to Lillekanin's forward planetary fortress. And so far things are looking pretty damn good for Tefel, I'd say. If he can keep those Broodlords alive, and I think he will. He's got the Queens, he's got the Transfuses. Here come the Infestors forward once more. As the Corruptors are kind of... Oh, that was a little bit sloppy there by Tefel, losing a couple of those. But he's making 10 more, it's okay, it's alright. Siege still continuing. And with those Queens, you know, Queens are great for anti-air. They will be also able to transfuse those Broodlords, and Infestors will back that up with fungal growth, so this is a very nicely constructed attack. 4 Thors having a hard time getting to those Broodlords through those tanks. And here come the Corruptors, going to soak up some of those Thor shots as well. But Tefel, he's losing ground a little bit, it seems like. Constantly reinforcing the forward position though, and here come the roaches and a couple of banelings as well. The planetary is almost down, and when the planetary is down... Oh, Infestors, better be careful. When the planetary is down, the Broodlings can advance forward onto the tanks. All those tanks are unsieged, because otherwise they would take unnecessary friendly fire damage. Here come the Corruptors taking unnecessary damage from the Thors as a return. But there's so many of them, these Vikings are not gonna survive. Increasing the survivability of the Broodlords as well, and Tefel, wow. Wow, look at the balls on that guy. Morphing a Broodlord right underneath the nose of Lillekanin. That's how confident he is, healing that up with the Queens. Planetary is still standing though. It's still standing. It looks like Tefel won't be able to break this position. Or is he? Broodlords are still alive, Corruptors need to... is he just going to sacrifice them? I mean, does he have a choice though? It's not like he can retreat with Broodlords, and now he's getting the Lynx as a support. He never queued up the 3/3 upgrades from the evolution chambers, so his ground army is super weak compared to where it could have been. No adrenal glands neither, despite having the hive. No additional bases. Lillekanin just now scans for those because he kind of just like suspects, well, if he's got additional bases, I'm screwed. Oh, these Thors actually look very nice. But no, Tefel did not go... He thought he could end the game with this one attack. 11 more Broodlords on the way. Hey, if you can't do it with 5, 11 will help, trust me. But he also needs to take additional bases. Like, he really does. Because his main is mined out. His natural will be mined out very quickly here. Look, some 50-odd patches remaining there. So he'll be on a 2-base economy, and he's all out of gas. All of these units cost so much gas. So all he can reinforce with are pretty much only Zerglings. He's trying to make the switch into Ultralisks. I don't know if this is feasible at this point. As I said, he will be lacking gas to do that. He's got 40 Lings out on map. And Lillekanin is moving forward. There's just not enough Zerglings. In between the Hellbats, the Ravens, the Thors, nice spread on the Broodlords. Oh, but a huge clump up right there. Almost all the Broodlords die. Nothing remaining on the ground for Tefel. He's remaxing on 46 Lings, 2 Investors, but no, sick race he calls it. And he's probably going to GG out and giving Lillekanin the win. There's nothing on the ground to defeat this army, so yeah, GG call and Lillekanin takes the win.